But anyways, uh, good morning, good afternoon. This is the Experts About Nothing podcast. I'm your host Wesley, and we are back. Appreciate y'all for checking in with us for another week. Durante is around. Rant man, how you living?
Hey man, it's so hot. I had to come to the show with no sleeves on, man. It's cooking out there.
Yeah, man. It's been a little warm, little warm, little warm. And these storms, man, was rocking the house earlier. I don't know about on your end, but
We heard the rumble of thunder, but we didn't get no storm, so I was glad for it.
oh, we ain't getting no water, but that thunder was hitting though. I tell you that.
Um,
Yeah, it was a little rough out there, a little rough out there. Well, y'all, when Durante graces us with his presence, we'll introduce him as well. But regardless of all that, Brent, man, you've been watching the news, you've been seeing all the random events going on, brother.
hey man, listen. At this point, everything is on fire. I don't know what ain't on fire on planet Earth.
Yeah.
The planes in the air got problems. The people running governments got problems. People shooting at people both in neighborhoods, but also internationally. People have decided they want to continue to fight things. It's some wild stuff happening, bro. And just the thing, we're in the heat of the summer, so people ain't got nothing but hot, angry takes to give.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, they giving them too. I mean, it's like this, that, left and right. Well, but I tell you what, and I don't know if you saw it, but I love how the weirdness of them Epstein files popped up. Man, that was wild, wasn't
Hey, well, look.
it?
Mighty strange all of a sudden, right? All of a sudden, your boy Elon, listen, the first one, Elon's still persona non grata, don't get it twisted, but your boy Elon gonna say, hey, and my man's is in them papers. All of a sudden, hey, listen, ain't nothing.
Ain't no papers.
ain't
no papers, Holmes.
We ain't got nothing. Oh, and by the way, we said that some suspicious stuff happened with old boy, but we now believe, even though we were in charge at that time, right? We were in charge we now believe that it was just simply suicide. Well, so which one is the lie? Was it the lie the first time or the lie now? But either way, some y'all lied at least once, okay?
Well, and then that tape, they say the tape that they released got like a minute and 10 seconds missing.
I tell you,
boy, this about, I don't know, it's about worse than them Diddy tapes, ain't it?
Hey, listen, I had it. You know what? And not to take up for the diddler because he's absolutely a villain. How did it work out for him, though?
Yeah, well, apparently it worked out well because they showed them everything. We're gonna talk about that in a couple minutes, actually. But they showed the jury everything, and they said, "Well, nah, we get them on these couple charges, but we're gonna leave them other ones alone." Hey, y'all, Durante has arrived. So, Durante, man, how you living?
It was good, I'm having technical difficulties, but I'm here.
Oh, appreciate you joining us, man. Durante out here catching the tan, ain't he? He getting dark out here in these streets, ain't he?
What did you just say to me? What did you just say to me?
I said you out here caught you a tan, ain't you?
Man, shut the hell up. For those of y'all that don't understand, I work outside. So, and I think it's my camera. I'm actually light skinned, but I did catch a tan. So, like, you know what I mean?
Sheesh. You light skinned. Now that's a story for the people, ain't it? I know we got some new people on TikTok that ain't watched us before because we just new to the TikTok live situation. But and shout out to y'all that are checking in with us. We appreciate y'all. Like, follow, subscribe, and all that good
that's
stuff.
Better. It's a lot better.
It did nothing.
Right. I hate this show. I hate this show.
You got a sheen on the darkness now. That's good.
I hate the show so much. I'm good though. We home, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit.
Okay.
We'll be back on the road.
Okay, when you going back on the road?
Possibly next week. Like okay. I'm in limbo right now. I ain't got my schedule yet, but it'll be done by probably like Thursday.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you keeping hydrated out here when you out there in the sun and whatnot.
Always. That's a real thing, yo. Like our company has had in the last like 3 weeks since we put our heat advisory out, because we go through like 8 to 10 states. And had like a few people pass out. So y'all drink water for real. Like, oh, so this, like I always troll anything, but seriously, drink water. Like sodas, coffee, cool, but drink some water behind it, y'all. Please, 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 please. Like y'all see my jug. Yeah, I stay on it. Please, though, seriously.
Yeah, it's highly recommended. But so I said earlier we're gonna talk about the Diddy situation because we ain't talked about that yet, if I recall. So for those of y'all that
because he
don't
has a
know,
birthday close to me, so you know.
No, oh come on,
Mr. Take That was able to avoid the serious charges of his case. He was able to be found not guilty by a jury of his peers for RICO, for the um, forced prostitution of Cassie and the Jane Doe, but he was found guilty for the trafficking charges for prostitution. So I'm assuming the way that works is that they say, okay, you was paying these people to come to these places, so we're gonna get you on that. I mean, what you think about that, Brent?
Well, I mean, I guess at least they got him on something, but I mean, obviously not the verdict that many people, including Kid Cudi, Cassie, and many others, would have liked to see. I mean, you think about it, Kid Cudi went through all that to tell all his business about this man, and from Kid Cudi's perspective, really, if you think about it, you got nothing to show for it. I mean, I get it. It's a jury of your peers. I get that there is a legal principle that you have to go by when you're looking at the individual charges. They each one you have to look at within the actual scope of the law that they're alleging or charging you with breaking. But it is interesting. I almost joked that at this point, if you get a RICO charge thrown at you, you probably could just get off. You just have to.
You just got to call Brian Steele. That man Brian Steele is out here in these streets.
I would just say just be famous and maybe call Brian Steele. But hey, the man living at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue didn't do that, but he did. They kicked the can down the road just enough.
Well, yeah, that's a whole other situation. I mean, that's a whole nother situation.
I'm just saying. I mean, listen, high profile cases where they start hopping, they say RICO, if you go back over the last, let's say 2.5, 3 years, the state, the federal government, they be putting these things together. They're taking hot L's.
Well, they definitely took it. They taking some L's, but I will say this about Cudi. I mean, Cudi, he ain't had nothing to do with it. They subpoenaed him and made him show up to tell the story. So
And what's next? Is this man gonna be in his house eating his cereal? I don't.
I mean, he could have been. Hey, man, he might have got a bowl of cereal that day he was in the crib. Allegedly opening the packages and stuff. He might have got some cereal when he was there. You never know. This the diddler we talking about.
Yeah. And eat that man's Captain Crunch. No Diddy.
Hey man. Hey man. Durante, man, what do you think about it though, man? You got any thoughts on the situation?
I think a lot of had this conversation with a lady, and she's like, this is why women don't like coming out with things. And it's a real thing. Like, I know we joking and whatnot, but it's crazy. If y'all don't realize money talks, I don't know what does, bro. I don't know what to tell you at this point. Like, it's insane, bro. I mean, I told someone my theory is they did that because it's like a few stars out of the country, unnamed, but a few stars out of the country, and they need them back. So they like, hey, we got to drop this, so the other names won't pop up. Because at that point, Hollywood, we won't go have no more movies for about 3 years because everybody's gonna be like, it was gonna be so many people locked up with what was going on. But this is why women don't like coming out with things. And yeah, prime example, bro.
I will say this: the ladies in this case, they get a victory, kind of, sorta, in the fact that they didn't let him out.
Not enough.
Well, I know that. I agree with you on that, but they didn't let him out because his attorney was trying to get him out that day.
Oh yeah,
and he ended up ruling, nah, we're gonna keep him locked up until we actually go to sentencing, and then we'll make a decision on what's gonna happen out here in these streets. So that's the only victory that they can have. But I got a question though. So Jane Doe, aka maybe possibly probably maybe aka 50 Cent's baby mama. Um, I wonder is he gonna keep paying that 10,000 a month now? That's what I wonder. Because apparently he was he was still paying the 10K
right.
actively, supposedly. And I don't remember. I could have this wrong, so y'all don't yell at me. But I think also he was paying for her attorney, or he paid for her attorney and she got a new one. I can't remember how that went, but regardless, that definitely seemed like a little bit of a conflict of interest to me, in my opinion.
I'm surprised that the judge permitted such a thing because again, like,
well, I mean, but the thing about it is the prosecution's witness. They're the ones that made the decision to bring her up there. And basically the defense all they said was, hey yo, y'all know she a gold digger, right? She'll do anything for money. So how y'all feel about it? That's what the defense did to her. So the defense didn't object because they already knew what they were gonna do.
Well, that's a fancy way of saying she's still on the payroll, cuz.
Well, she is. I mean, allegedly. So, but hey, it is what it is.
Allegedly.
I guess, unfortunately, for the people that were affected by the diddler, they got to watch their backs now because he might be on loose sooner than later. But,
literally saying, take that. This is crazy work.
Hey, man, that man going to have one of his hotel parties or free calls, whichever one, depending on the young lady he's going to arrange it with. The day he get out, that baby oil going to be on the scene. I guarantee you. They making calls. And that other lady, Gina, she popped up all of a sudden, too. After everything was settled, she popped back up because she was supposed to be one of the witnesses as well. But, it's crazy how that worked. Now, forgetting all that, real quick before we get into the sports, one other thing, because I don't think we talked about this too much, but we did talk about it a little bit. Jim Jones, we got to go back to this Jim Jones thing. We got to go back to this. I just got to ask. We didn't.
You don't have to ask. Go ahead.
For Jim Jones to consider himself better than Nas, I feel like he needs to check a couple boxes. And I mean, do we consider Jim Jones a rap icon? I just want to know. I just want to know. Durante?
That man bottom 20 in his class and bottom of his team.
I just no. He might be mid.
Jim Jones had some like a couple hits, but not enough to be like, yo, my goats are Lil Wayne, and this is no order or I'm just saying names. Lil Wayne, Tupac, Biggie, Jim Jones. Like nobody's saying that like out loud. Like that doesn't even sound right coming off your tongue. Like seriously, like, nobody's saying that, bro.
I mean, and he's not. I mean, of New York rappers. I mean, even of New York rappers, he's not even at the top of the list. Yeah,
I don't think so. Jadakiss.
Yeah.
Nas.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Come
Fab. On. Yeah, Fab. I don't even know why I forgot Fab. Fab shit. We can put some battle rappers in there. Charlie Clips. K-Shine. Like we can put some battle rappers in there. Conceited. And he still wouldn't like exceed that. Like I said, Jim Jones got more success than me. I'm sitting here recording a podcast with my bros. But if we're talking how he's talking, my boy, a little shaky.
I got a rough analogy for both of you.
What you got?
Jim Jones decided he was going to be Teague telling stories on podcasts. And instead of him being more or less honest, he decided to hype himself up. So it was like, okay, we got Broad, KD, Steph, and he's like, and then there's me. He's I'm better than KD. You look
no. It's not Teague. Paul Pierce. He the Paul Pierce.
I think you saw. Did I send that to you, Wes?
I I think I sent it to you. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't
He
matter.
was like, he said, "No,
Okay,
fuck that."
I'll go.
Yeah, we'll get on Paul Pierce in a second.
I'll go with Paul Pierce. I go. Hey,
No,
hey,
you have
wait,
to. They sat here and said, now I gotta say it. They sat here and said, "Yo, is Paul Pierce or such and such?" And he was like, "Oh, Paul Pierce." A couple of them, I was like, "I'll take Paul Pierce." This man said, "Braun, KD, Melo, no, Tracy McGrady." Then he also, I think he said, I think he did say Melo. He's taking himself, and mind you, I wish I had the same. I wish I had the same confidence as him. That's insane, bro. I was like, I'm sorry. On paper, I just can't. Paul Pierce beating a couple people, but not those names I just named.
No,
I said a couple people, not the names I just named.
Yeah.
Well, Paul Pierce, he know he was.
I'll give him Manu Ginobili. I'll give him.
Nah, bump all that. Bump all that.
We ain't doing this. Hey,
listen.
I give him Brian Scalabrine.
I'll give him Brian Scalabrine. Yeah, I give him that.
Let me stop now. No, Paul was a scorer. People won't think I'm trying to hate. I'm not hating on Paul. Paul was a scorer. Listen, I just said I'll take Paul over a couple of players, but the 4 I just mentioned, I refuse. Like, what are we talking about? He's like, yeah, 1v1. Oh, I got those guys. I'm like, you drunk. There's no way he that high. Because he ain't named Kobe. He knew better. He knew.
Well, I know they didn't ask Kobe, but if they would have gave him Kobe, he probably would have said Kobe.
He probably said, right. But I mean,
he said Braun.
Bro, listen, when he said that, I was
Braun,
like,
bro, he hate that motherfucker. He can't stand Braun,
right.
bro.
But the all-time leading scorer, right? I'm like, okay, sure, Paul. Hey, what Draymond tell you? They don't love you like that.
I'm just saying, I definitely think that Jim Jones and Paul Pierce is on the same grade of hallucination or whatever.
Hallucination?
No,
hallucinogens.
Yeah,
hallucinogens. All right.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
okay.
I couldn't get the word in my head to save my life. You're also, Ricky said, Ricky, water gun to your head. Name 5 Jim Jones songs or hits. He said 5 Jim Jones hits. He didn't even say songs. He said hits.
He said hits.
Tell my mom I love her.
Right.
Ricky, tell mom. I can name them. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, just knock her. Hey, Miss Brain, Ronson connection.
Because literally, like he has no major distance. He's not major in the rap world in general. He's not an icon. So I just knock him off and tell him he can kick rocks on that. But I wanted to bring it up with y'all real quick because we didn't really get a chance to really get into it.
You be doing stupid shit like this. Like you be like, hey, let's talk about something that. Speaking of, Brad, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
With Beyonce, right? I had this.
Okay. Hey, if you're gonna do it, go and do it then.
I'm gonna do it, and I got look. All right, with Beyonce,
I'll just sit here.
Okay.
Beyonce, Rihanna.
What are we picking?
Just all like everything, catalog, performance, just not iconic. I ain't gonna do iconic because B got it, but I'm talking like I gotta find this podcast in the West. But did I send it to you? Yeah, I sent it to us.
That's hard. That's hard though because you could argue, right? Okay, if you just take it on paper. Riri took a break, right? There's this gap in which she didn't do it. I mean, she was working on like Fenty and doing her own, but she wasn't doing music. And so in that gap, Beyonce was still so like the catalog, like
keeping music, because I know, I get that. She had her,
Right. So I would say if you talk about who got the better body of work, in theory, you would have to go Beyonce because of longevity, the concert numbers, right? So I get the sales numbers may not necessarily be there for Beyonce the way they are for some other people, right? But the actual concert sales and things, that I think that she would have Rihanna. But to be fair to Riri, there's this gap of time, so we don't know if Riri was still making music during that time. Maybe it's a slightly different conversation today.
Brad, Beyonce got it. Next person to run.
That's what I said. I said that.
Yeah, asshole. I ain't listen to him. Okay, Beyonce or Usher.
Oh, now come on, bro. That's crazy word.
What you doing?
What you mean?
I'm asking. I have to ask. What you doing?
I don't understand why this is even a question.
I'm asking a question. Are we taking Beyonce or Usher?
Durante, sometimes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
This is my last podcast, y'all. Let everybody know that now.
Okay.
I don't even fuck with these motherfuckers. I'm just kidding, not playing.
Ooh. Okay.
The fact that he thinking about it, Wes, I'm just saying.
Hey man, I'm just over here. I'm just here.
I mean, Beyonce would have the overall craze piece of it.
Okay.
If I was to say, okay, whose music? Ooh, this is a dangerous statement I'm about
That's
to make.
what I want to hear. Come on, open it up. That's why Wes smiling. Open it up.
Because I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I mean, Beyonce got some. She got some stuff. She got some stuff. But listen, that's a different category of things. You listen. You
Wes
really
ready to fight both of us. Hey,
Wow,
he trying to say Usher. Like, you don't want to say it. So I'm gonna send it to you. Listen, I'm gonna send it to you. But there's a dude on the pod now. Dude tripping because he is like Byron. But when he got the Usher, I was like, they might be on to something. And Wes was like, you drinking White Claw and PBR too. I said, first of all, I don't like White Claw. Second of all, PPR is PP.
Yeah, and guess what you drinking? White Claw and PBR.
No, but I was like, Usher might have it if you look at the whole scale of this man's work.
If you do, you don't want to do that.
All right, bro. I just think Usher edged her enough with just popularity. Well, I ain't gonna say longevity. No, I can say longevity.
Longevity, yes.
Longevity, and just he gonna give you a show. He gonna give you a show, and that's why I was like,
Beyonce
longevity. He got it.
Died in the car the other day.
Huh?
Beyonce almost died in the car that was floated above a stage the other day.
Damn.
Well, Beyonce also, bless her heart, looked like she was out of gas. I know she's getting old. I'm not knocking that part of it. She's doing things I couldn't dream of doing.
That video, something was up with that video. Don't go off that video you saw.
Okay, well, either way, I would say Wes. But Wes, you can at least concede this, even though I know you over here.
Look, I'm thinking about if you look at Usher's albums.
Okay.
If you're looking at Usher's albums,
mm-hmm.
on some of his albums, they just there. The songs are just there.
His fucking album just about stuff for Kendrick. He got a whole story. A lot of people have just shit that's there. Tell me how many albums you actually listened to thoroughly and was like every song I can put on and just listen to. You skipping.
You ain't been able to do that for quite a long time. But I'm just saying.
You talking about
it's been a very, very, very long time that you can just put on an album.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Can I ask the question a different way then, Wes? Let me ask it a different way. Because I feel like this is the not. I'm gonna say this like Durante has to do prefaces, so Wes don't jump on me about the analogy.
Hey man, I'm letting y'all live out here.
Not to this caliber, but this would be because really the greatest would be Mike, but we're not gonna go there.
Well, we go there. I'm telling you now.
But okay, we'll do. Okay, so this is comparing.
Put my hands with somebody. Stop downplaying.
This is comparing MJ to LeBron a little bit, and here's why I say that. Can you tell the story? Of hip hop, R&B, and pop over the last 30 years without either of these two names? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Okay. So now I'm not saying that once you get to, like you said, Wes, looking at the stats and being, so that's why there's this pause with Usher, because it's like that's a different kind of name. Now we talking, okay. Now you could make a case if the same way you can do with Mike and Bron. Okay, you could look and say, okay, 6-0 in the finals. Defensive players of the year, right? All right, you could turn and same thing. Okay, Bron might not have that, but that's just because voter fatigue. All right, but Bron was and is a good defender. Maybe not so much a great defender now, but 5 time undefeated. So some things have to slip. That's not the end of it.
Yeah.
He's an all around player. So like he gets more
assist.
He gets more assists than Mike, right? He assists more than Mike, right? That doesn't take away from the greatness. So I mean, I'm not saying like my hesitation was like, oh, because for me, I'm like, ooh, I ain't never really sat down and compared these two people, but because to me, they're very similar, and I don't think you could take them out. And like, there's some people when it's a clear cut thing, like, okay, we might can't tell the whole story, but we could tell most of the story and still drop a person off. But to me, if we're telling history through a period of time, and we have to mention this name and that name, they're both great in their own right, which means there might be 1A and 1B, or 1A, 1B, 1C, however you want to look at it. But I don't want to, because what it sounds like you about to do, and I'm with you about the Usher don't have a hit everywhere.
I'm not about to do nothing.
But watch, you about to put Usher in the trash can.
I would never put Usher in the trash can.
Durante, where was he? Durante, where was he headed with that? He said Usher. He said some of his albums they just there. That's what they.
What's that? Hey, what's the address to the landfill? Because that's where the fuck you was gonna put Usher.
All right, so in an effort to be non-biased about anything in this conversation, because I think that's what we need to be.
Yes, I
took it to the AI because I knew Durante was going to do this. I was prepared. I did this a couple days ago.
You don't trust artificial intelligence? That stuff can't do faces right. What you talking about?
It did. Anyway, so I took it to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT. I was like, okay.
You need to stop being unpredictable. This motherfucker here.
So I went to ChatGPT and I asked, over their career, who was the better musical artist, Usher or Beyonce? Now I will tell y'all this.
I'm going over here now just to play with it, just to see what it say about Mike and LeBron. Continue talking, sir.
Initially, it said
I know when I use a ChatGPT. Hey yo.
Initially, it said there's no clear-cut answer to whether Usher or Beyonce is better.
Yes, it is.
It depends on what you're measuring and what style or legacy you value more.
Roller skates. Shout out Ricky.
Hey, but for real,
roller skates.
What was that? I can't think of the name. She was in with Solange. Her and Solange was the thing. It doesn't matter about the roller skates. Anyway, but then they gave a comparison. And it was like career impact and legacy. They mentioned, their career impact and legacy, but they gave the edge to Beyonce. And then they went vocal ability, and they said it was a tie depending on the vocal style and preference. All right. And then they said performance and stage presence. They said Beyonce, but Usher is elite as well. But the edge went to Beyonce on that. Now for hits and albums, they gave it to Usher for peak R&B dominance, but Beyonce for consistent reinvention. But the edge to that went to Usher. And then awards went to Beyonce. So final thoughts, Beyonce takes the crown.
All right, I'm gonna ask Chat GPT which auntie is next.
So, hey, this is just Chat GPT. I went to a non-biased source because we can be biased. So I asked the AI, hey man, what you want?
Tell AI to look up experts about nothing and find out who's the biggest hater on our show and see what the fuck he says or she says or says.
Why would you want Chat GPT to put your full name out there like that?
It's not gonna put my full name. You are a hater. I know good motherfucking well. We not gonna sit here and do this tonight. Like we're not going to. I'll pull up and do this shit live at your house. I swear to God, I'll pull up right now at your house and do this shit live.
How am I a hater?
You're a hater. No, this is just over the years. Eagles. Anything that's winning.
Anything that's winning?
Yes. Us. I think I'm just upset because you pick us in the Super Bowl. I'm still
hey, let me tell you what Chat GPT said about us since we on this kick. So
Okay.
there's two experts about nothing. There's one that's a lady-led one, and then there's us. So let's tell you what. So it's a male-hosted entertainment podcast with a lighter conversational tone. We cover sports, life, finance, pop culture, and general banter. So it's run roughly from 2019 to today. It has over 160 episodes published. Clean content rated 4.8 out of 5 on Apple Podcasts.
There you go.
I listen. I didn't know I was going to read, all of our accomplishments. But since we're here, there they are.
Hey, that just goes to show ChatGPT know what they be talking about. I don't know what you want from me.
Look, all right.
Hey,
besides that's me being biased. I'm biased. Yeah.
Hey, man, look. What you say, Durante? I'm just here so I don't get fired.
I'm here so I don't get fired, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I let you have your segment
Day.
because I was prepared, for you. I was 100% prepared for you.
I told you I was going to do it, I think. I had to go back and look. I think I told you I was going to do this shit.
I
The
knew
dude
you
with
was
the white
gonna do
hat
it.
is Byron. Byron, if you're watching the show, that's your cousin. Because he was doing some.
Oh, he was a
like,
Beyonce hater, man.
Low key, he almost raised his hand for Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift's in that argument too. I was about to be like,
I think he drunk on Taylor Swift, didn't he?
He did. Man, let me tell you something.
Once again, it depends on what you like, I suppose, I guess, and that's his genre of music. Hey, and T Swift would be for him. Anyways, all right, so here's another one for you. We're gonna dip into the sports real quick. So it's been a lot, and I don't know why it's picking up. Maybe it's because ain't nobody else got anything to do this summer or something. But it's been a lot of Kobe hating going on in these streets.
What the fuck are we doing right now?
I don't understand it. Because apparently Kobe is not in some people's top 10, Durante. Have you heard this?
Ain't in mine.
Durante, I will come to your house.
So first it was Beyonce. Kobe is the last straw. This man said, I'm ready.
No, the last straw is LeBron. I swear to God, y'all think I'm playing. West love LeBron.
I will come to your house. I will come find you. But in all seriousness,
LeBron ain't even top 10. But anyway,
now Durante. Now you do not have to get on the people's internet and lie. Now come on. Now he might not be one for you, and I can respect that. But not the top 10. That's egregious behavior, sir.
No, I'm capping.
I know.
It's these YNs, bro. It's these YNs. I seen somebody put it was a conversation of James Harden or in prime, James Harden, Tracy McGrady. Somebody took James Harden. I almost punched the computer. I was like, no, I can't do this shit. I get it. James was nice, but he ain't McGrady nice. There's a lot of aura. This is the new word now. There's aura out here now, right? There's a lot of things I'll say. If it does not compare to this, I don't give a fuck about that person. Not in that way, but I don't care what argument you have towards me. Like, for instance, prime example, me and Brent talked about it. I'm going to football, then I'm going to come back. But Calvin Johnson, I get all these arguments to wide receivers until I see two men walk up to a receiver. I don't give a fuck who you try to bring to the table. Now, next, until I see somebody score 13 points in 30-some seconds to win the game, I don't give a fuck who you bring towards me. That's all I'm saying.
But I don't get it. Like, it's literally people out here that, and it's now, and to be honest with you,
Until I see someone score 81 on a game they ain't really want to play in,
bro.
Don't say shit to me.
But it's not even your YNs, man. ESPN has Kobe ranked 9th all time.
He in the top 10.
He in the top 10, Wes.
He in the top 10. He in the top 3.
Well, that depends on how you're looking at it. And that's why I say it depends.
I can't do this for Wes. I can't do this for Wes.
Because I think about it, Wes. Okay, so
I'm listening. I'm thinking.
All right. So listen. All right, you can look at it this way. Okay. All right, Wes.
Bro, I'm going back to this.
I'm just gonna throw some names out. Shaq West, is he top 10? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, easy. All right, good. We in there. We know. I'm gonna just take the easy ones off the table. We know LBJ is in there. We know MJ is in there. Okay, so we're gonna take them off the table for you. Okay, so we up to 3 now. So that's Shaq, that's LeBron, that's Mike. Okay, got it. All right, yeah. Wes, is Magic in there for you?
You gotta have Magic in there.
Okay, Magic. Okay, all right. All right. Okay. Kareem, is Kareem in there for you?
I think you got to put Kareem in there.
Okay. I'm. Hey, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got to be in there, so I'm with you. Okay, so we got Kareem.
Where
All
we at
right.
right
So
now? I just want to make sure.
we at 5. We at 5. I haven't even touched Kobe Bean yet. I just gave him 1A and 1B. Okay, and if you want to make Kobe 1C, that's fine. But I gave him Shaq, Magic, and Kareem along with Mike and LeBron. That's 5. We halfway home to 10.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just okay. All right.
Can I get one?
Yeah, go ahead. What you got?
Are we putting Bill Russell in there?
I mean, some people want to. I'm not doing that.
Okay, well said no to Bill. Okay.
There it is. That's
Okay.
why this is that bullshit. And we'll get to it. Keep it going. I'm pulling up. Get my keys. Fuck it.
I mean, if you're gonna put Bill Russell in there, you got. I mean, the thing about Bill Russell is he got all the rings, right?
Okay, right.
You got all the rings, and if you want rings to count, then you make rings count, and that's fine. But then you sit there like, well, okay. But who all was my man's competition? God, dog.
Okay. I mean, they didn't have 18s, but that's not my business, Wes. Okay, hold on.
I'm just asking the question.
Oh, okay, all right, hold on. We'll put Bill to the side.
Not to disrespect Bill or anything like that. I think you put him, if you put him outside.
Okay, all right. I got one for you. What about Tim? Is Timmy in there?
I think you got to have Tim in there. I mean, even in the real list, Tim is in there. Well, in ESPN's list, Tim is in there.
I mean, I know, but I'm
Wait,
okay.
But I think they did have Bill Russell in there too.
They did, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so Tim
I got it pulled up. Bill Russell's number. They got Bill Russell number 4, by the way.
Okay, all right. So Tim is in there. All right. Okay, so we still, without touching Kobe, right? We are already at.
But it's only because you haven't named Kobe, because Kobe would have already been named.
Okay, but your umbrage wasn't at the fact, because to Durante's point and to the point I'm also trying to make, Kobe is still top 10 on ESPN's list. Yeah, so he's still in the top 10. You took umbrage.
All right. God dang, that was the worst thing.
You took umbrage with the fact that he was 9, and I would argue anywhere in that range is, because here's the thing for me. I hate to say this, and you can make this argument about Mike. This is why I think Bron is the best. And y'all can hate me in the comments if you want. Mike and Kobe are products of the same system and the same head coach. Mike just had one prime castmate. They changed the other little pieces around. All right, put that aside. I'm not saying he ain't a killer. I'm not saying all the other stuff that he's not. Put that to the side. Kobe, with the first 3, had one main castmate, and they moved the pieces around. Okay,
I agree with you on that.
Okay, Phil retired for a little bit. Kobe then went to no man's land. Shaq went to Miami, won a title. Okay, fine. They got Kobe another guy to play. It took a while, but they got him another guy to pair him off with. Okay, they brought his coach back, put him back in the triangle system. All of a sudden, he's Mike again, right? LeBron has never had you can make a case about Miami as far as the culture, but Miami doesn't have an offensive system designed to help offensive players play well. Okay, they just don't. They don't. They play what they call Pat Riley basketball, which really is run in the open court and in half court go to your superstars. That's really what it is. I mean, you say what you want, but that was the way Miami played when LeBron was there. Okay, that's a different style than what he played in Cleveland, and that's a different style than what they played in LA. They had different pieces, different coaches, different personnel. He never had a system, and the man still managed to go to 10 finals. He went to 8 straight. He took 2 different franchises in the Eastern Conference to the final. He literally left one team and took another team that was barely an 8 seed the year before, and prior to that was a draft powerhouse, because they won't do enough being in the lottery, and made them contenders. Okay, so I say all that to say this. That dude's different than the other 2. Now, that's not to take away from the greatness of Mike. That's not to take away from the greatness of Kobe. They system dudes with the same head coach, Wes. Kobe modeled his game after Mike and then got Mike's coach and Mike's system. Of course he's going to flourish, because that's what he was. Bron didn't have none of that. So, and I get it. I know you with me on the LeBron piece, but I say that to say it's easy to bump Jordan and Kobe down to 2 and 3 if you wanted to, because if you be honest about the body work, now some people be like, "Oh, yeah, Mike is undefeated." Yeah, but Mike had a triangle system, and Phil Jackson. Yeah, Phil didn't lose into the finals until Kobe and Shaq. Now they lost in the playoffs before that, but for me, Phil lost in the playoffs when Mike retired and they won like 50 some games and all that. But that's not here nor there. Phil didn't lose in the finals until they went to Shaq and Kobe were kind of on outs with each other, and the team was about ready to break apart. They didn't lose. So you think about that. That man won 6 straight with Mike, okay? Got Kobe them, and once they started winning, they won 3 straight. Took a little break. He came back. 2 more back to back. Went to 3, 2 more back to back. I'm just saying, you look at it that way.
But here's the thing with Jordan fans, and I don't know, like Jordan is great, but they act like Jordan's career started in the 90s.
That's what people act like.
They act like he touched the court and immediately he won rings.
I swear to gosh, I think people get stuck in that 90 era.
Bro, these people don't know Michael Jordan with hair.
Yeah, he had a hairline. He had a hairline.
Yes.
He had a hairline. Me and him both had a hairline.
Yeah, they left both of y'all, but it's okay. And that was in that, that's when he started showing up and started doing things. Not saying that Mike wasn't good, because clearly he was. Clearly he was. But at the end of the day, they act like the man literally just stepped on the court and started winning rings. Because I get and the way you presented it, Brand, it's the way a lot of people present it. He won all these straight. Well, what about the time he won't win it? And there also was a break in there, clearly, where he had to go play golf for reasons unknown to some people.
And baseball. Don't forget the little baseball step.
I mean, he went to go play golf, but he did say he wanted to go play baseball. Anyway, so but the Kobe situation, some people want to kick Kobe out because of something that you said earlier. They want to kick Kobe out because he modeled his game after Jordan. No, I don't care who he modeled his game after. The man put up how many points?
This is so fucking
in one game,
bro. What are we doing?
If you challenge
this game after Iverson, that's not the same thing. But we're not gonna sit here and push this whole narrative of because he modeled this game after Jordan. You can model a game after. A lot of people try to model the game after Iverson. They sitting here doing the same thing we fucking doing. So I'm like, what are we? So fucking dumb. A lot of people model the game after Carmelo. People try to model the game after Tracy McGrady. Shit, I was a Tracy McGrady fan growing up. Everybody, I hate that. Is dumb. That is so fucking stupid. That's why I hate social media.
Well, and here's the other thing. I as a counter argument to people who would trash Kobe because he modeled. Kobe, whatever you think, Kobe made his attempt to mirror his idol successful. He put in the work and the time to become basically a doppelganger of Mike, right? So it's one thing to like model your game. Like, okay, I'm gonna pick on some modern day players. We pick on Book. We sometimes pick on Jason Tatum. Because they'll be like, Kobe is our idol, right? Kobe is our idol. And we'll be like, where your Mamba mentality? When it get tough and it get gritty, where your Mamba mentality at, right? So when you look at it, Kobe was what they are, except Kobe actually was successful at modeling himself after. But the other piece that sometimes we forget, and maybe this is, and I'm not taking up for them because some of the Mamba mentality is just literally, okay, I got to be about my business. I got to be on my game. The other piece is, and this is not to take away from Kobe, because if you do this, you would say thing, we might get to take away from Mike. Kobe benefited by modeling his game after Mike, and then he was also benefited by getting Mike's coach and the system. Now, but the main thing is Kobe still had to do all the work to be as skilled as he was to score.
Well,
he had to be intelligent enough to understand the play and what he was supposed to do in the triangle. He also still understood at times, especially during the three-peat, when he had to defer to Shaq, when he had to give the rock up, and at times when if Shaq was struggling in some kind of foul trouble or the hack of Shaq's, that he had to take up the mantle and say, okay, team, get on my back tonight, right? So he still performed, which to me makes you legendary because, okay, it's easy to figure out, Mike's back down game, the spin moves, all of it, right? Can you do it when it counts? And to Kobe's credit, he did. He did.
Y'all remember Kobe when he ruptured his Achilles?
Yes.
Y'all remember Paul Pierce when he got wheeled out in a wheelchair?
Yeah, the finals. Yeah, in the finals.
Oh no, that was Tracy.
Yeah, y'all remember the two situations? Kobe got up, did his free throws,
Still tried to
walked
play.
off the court
Right.
under his own power.
Under his own power. Yes.
Paul Pierce had to go to the bathroom.
I know.
That's a mirror. That's a mirror, Mike. Though I'm just saying. That's the stupidest fucking.
That's
argument.
what I'm saying, man.
Like,
The mama mentality is mama mentality. You got
probably the person that said that is probably copying James Harden's moves and shit, doing like 9 step backs at one time. I don't know.
You have Jordan arrogance, and then you have the mama mentality. Those are different. This is different things, if you ask me.
Yes, and I would argue the tail end of Kobe's career and I'm not saying that Mike didn't help mentor Kobe to some extent. I know there was a positive relationship there, but there was also a little grit there that Kobe actually then. Let's remember. I know LeBron came to Miami, won a chip with them, but let's remember this. 2 summers before that, there's the Olympic team, and Kobe got a lot of those guys kind of amped up as they were getting ready to come back home after winning the gold, right? Because you think about it. The core of that team that ended up being the Heatles, right, was with him in Beijing. They were with him. So while LeBron had already been, to the finals, right, he didn't win. He wasn't a win. So Kobe started giving them little tidbits. I mean, Kyrie is also, and Kyrie this last postseason, I know it's a different scenario, but Kyrie, mama mentality, got hurt. That man took them free throws when he left that floor. Now, he didn't get to do the whole Kobe walk-off. They kind of came and got him, and I know AD kind of helped him off a little bit. But you think about it. A lot of cats, they hurt. I ain't shooting these shots. Klay Thompson is another one, right? Klay was ready if they had allowed him in the final. Klay was going to play the rest of that game if they had let him stay out there. He was.
That's why Klay one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a different kind of like that thing is in you. You're not just okay. Yeah, I'm skilled. I can shoot.
Fucking pause. Good God.
Not like that, but you know what I'm saying. You got that dog in you, man. It's in you. All right, you got the dog in you. All right. He could have he could have just said, "Oh, I'm injured. I'm ready to come out." No, my man's like, "Nah, I'm ready to go." Okay, Kobe the same way. Listen, I'm gonna make these shots, then I'm gonna step off the floor. Right. That speaks to the strength of character of a person. Again, anybody could be talented and practice shooting, shots, right? Anybody could, be athletic, giftedly, right? Just naturally gifted and could jump, rebound. It takes a special kind of person when hey, this is it for maybe a year. This could be it for my career, depending on what kind of injury it is.
And sometimes that's why you just you want to put it all out there. Hey, my last game is my last game.
Yep.
But some people don't do that. But I mean, but back to the point. I mean, I don't get the people that are putting Kobe where they putting him at in these weird places. Because I mean, it's a Brand, like what Brand likes to say. Can you tell a major part of this current NBA without mentioning Kobe Bryant?
No.
You can do that with some of the other players in this list.
James Harden.
Well, he's not in the list. But anyway. But
I can name it. I can be fine without James Harden. I could be fine with, and I'm not a James Harden hater. It's just these people.
I mean,
like the whole.
They're making you a James Harden hater. They are making you a James Harden hater.
All right, because for some reason, when you compare scoring, and I hear all around score, to me, I'll take more players than James Harden. Just all around, like level 3 scoring, I would take more play. And I've seen people say, "Yeah, James Harden's a level." I'm like, you know what level 3 scoring is? 3, yes. 2, post game. Also around the rim, yeah, but more post game than just around the rim too.
Right.
I don't see James Harden back into anybody down except for a point guard. Cool, but KD does it, or back to the rim. KD does it. Melo, Tracy, Kobe, Braun. I've seen these players do it. I've never that's why I'm like get frustrated because I'm like, y'all worship this this dude like he's Even Jason Tatum has been in that argument. I was like, we're gonna stop that shit right now. We're gonna stop that shit right now.
Hey man.
So that's why I be so because so many people have taken James over a lot of. Oh, and you remember that dude that said, "Yeah, y'all old heads need to stop living in the past, bro." I lived in all three. I'm living in all three right now, just about. Like,
well, I got a question for them. And they living in the past. Listen, I know James Harden can still get a bucket when he need to.
yes,
James Harden is the James Harden you used. Yeah, but he the James Harden you used to know. Because listen, the James Harden that's the MVP, the James Harden that's averaging a triple double and getting all that James Harden don't exist every night. And you could say it's father time. You could say he ain't that James Harden, but also that James Harden didn't do nothing. He couldn't get out of his own way, really by himself out his own way, right? I mean, you think about all of his longer playoff runs, he's had at least somebody else of MVP caliber. I mean, I know Chris Paul didn't win it, but see a Chris Paul, that's a floor general. See a Russell Westbrook, okay? See a Kevin Durant, okay? What does James Harden got without them guys? Nothing. Man, he's still in the finals.
Oh, he ain't got nothing with him either. Anyway, that's not here nor there. We're gonna leave old James Harden alone because that's a whole nother conversation that would take us down another road that we kind of sort of going down, but we're not gonna do that. Not with old James Harden, not tonight.
Right, well, hold on, real quick before we leave Wes. I want to
because you were.
What about Larry? What about Larry? What about Larry? Larry in that top 10 for you?
Well, if you're gonna have Magic, you gotta have Larry in there. So
okay, I want you to know that was I was on the red button.
Okay, so without Kobe, we're still up to 7. Just for sake of purposes, I'm not getting a number. I'm gonna just
put Kobe in there, but okay, that's
but that's the point I'm making. I'm saying top 10, yes.
I was gonna say you missed his point.
I'm with his point. These other people should be in the top 10. It's just Kobe shouldn't be necessarily below that. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, but that's your okay, right?
He put it in the order, right? Huh? He didn't put it in an order. He was just naming names.
I know. I don't. We can name the names, but I mean,
okay,
all right. Are you moving? Let me ask this question. I don't mean to. We'll move on because people are considering Curry in top 10 right
They're
now.
not. The ESPN did not have him in their top 10.
That's why I said people. Fuck ESPN. They be drunk anyway.
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you. You can knock Wilt out about this list and put Curry in there, and I'd be fine with it.
If Curry, all right, are you moving Kobe over Curry?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. I was asking for a friend. Okay. So what the fuck I was asking?
Kobe over Kareem.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well. Okay. I just over
Kareem though.
Hey man, talk to me.
I'm not. We'll do this another day.
Wes. Now hold on. Then my counter argument is this:
can't do this shit.
Kareem prior to LeBron taking the crown
was LeBron before that.
He was the all-time leading scorer in NBA history on essentially nothing but 2-point shots and ones. Okay,
that's true.
So
let me ask you. So is Kareem your number one?
Well, no, hold on. No, Kareem's not my number one, but
it's Kareem your number 2 because LeBron passed him. Is that what you're saying to me?
I gotta
ask you now. Hold on, talk to me.
I haven't ranked them, but what I'm saying is that's in consideration. If I were to go and rank them, I have to take some time to deal with it. For me, it would probably be Bron 1. I would probably go Mike. You and I had this conversation. I would probably go Mike 2, and I would probably go Kareem 3.
We were kind of having this conversation, but okay.
We kind of had this conversation. Now, I told you Kobe was in the top 10. I'm not going to disrespect. Hey, listen, you can't tell a story without him. I just don't know. If I. And here's the other thing. Mike sort of gets beneficiary for being 2 because of the 6 straight, right? That little period of time. But to the point that sort of messes with Kobe a little bit, and this is also probably a knock on Mike, is what you referenced earlier.
Knock on LeBron.
The long. Well, no. Here's the thing: if LeBron retired today, for almost half of his career, he made the NBA Finals. Now, you find me another player in the shot clock era, that has been to the finals that many times.
I don't disagree with you, but the people that are haters are gonna say, "But you didn't win, though." That's just what they're gonna tell you.
I just hate when people say that, though. It's like
I'm just telling you what they're saying. Gonna say to you.
So he
but
was.
your three, but your three is Bron, MJ, Kareem.
I hate when they bring. Oh my fault. What? LeBron, MJ, Kareem.
Well, he said,
So,
"Well, they're my top three," and then we can have a discussion. Maybe Kobe or Magic right there at four. I would flip
okay,
the on a given day. I could flip either one of them
but
around.
Kobe's in your top five,
Kobe's definitely in the top five. That's an easy argument.
not
Yes,
at your
Kobe's
bottom
top five.
10, not at your bottom 10.
He could be nine depending on how we rank him, but not for me.
Shit.
No, for me, no. For me, no.
And I'm naming. Look, Kobe 11 for me.
All right,
It's
that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and go to the game show segment of this show.
Oh, he punishing us now.
So that I can make Durante mad real quick.
fucking
So
show, bro. I just want to go home.
yeah, we about to make it happen. All right. So for those of y'all that don't know, this is the culture vulture section of the show where I ask my co-host questions from music, hip hop, and movies, just various places in the culture. So y'all be sure to join in the comments and all that good stuff and answer. If you don't know, you don't know. But yeah, let's get into it. Culture vulture. And Byron's not here, so y'all gonna get some of the questions that we're gonna go to him. And I got a mixture because I got the black cards tonight. So we're not just doing music tonight.
Oh, what's the black cards? I'm
The
concerned
black
about
cards are
myself.
the ones y'all normally hate with the movies and all that stuff in there.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
let's go.
All right, so we're gonna start here with this one. I'm gonna give this one to Durante because we're gonna start easy. I'm gonna ease him into it, y'all. All right, Durante. In the Negro
Unfortunately,
spiritual
listening.
swag surfing, which article of clothing matches his bag? And I got options for you. A, his shirt. B, his shoes. C, his pants. Or D, his hat.
I'm doing the dance and trying to remember the song at the same time.
I see.
Shit, bro. I'm sweating. I'm surfing. I'm sweating. I'm surfing. It's shirt. I feel like it's shirt.
It's hat.
That didn't match. That do sound better. I swear I thought it was shirt, bro.
All right, well, we tried to roll you into it, but that's okay. That's okay.
Nah, it's all right, bro. Hey, players screw up.
Yeah, they do.
What are you doing with that? Brent, what the fuck are you doing?
Brent said he ready.
Are you
all right,
swimming in
Brent.
the dragon?
Brent said he ready. All right, Brent, here you go. On this, did you watch Show the Parkers, Brent? Did you ever watch Show the Parkers?
I think you can hear us.
Oh, Brent, you can't hear us? Oh, okay. All right. Well, can you hear us now, Brent? All right. Well, y'all excuse our technical difficulties. I'll go ahead and give you the. Oh, you can hear us now, Brent? Oh. All right. He'll be back. Durante, here's another question for you as we wait.
This motherfucker.
All right. Did you watch the Show the Parkers? Because
Yeah, man.
You watched the Parkers?
Not as much. Not as much. I ain't gonna lie. Not as much.
I'll throw this one out for that.
Yeah. Not as much.
But I know you watched the movie ATL, so here's the question. On the movie ATL, what was Uncle Junior's roof at breakfast? Yeah, I can't talk.
What was his roof?
No. So here's the question. I'm gonna read it
Right.
as it's written and not as I want to say it. On the movie ATL, what was Uncle Junior's rule at breakfast?
His rule.
His rule at breakfast. Now I have an A, B, and C and a D for you.
Yeah, give me that.
All right.
Because that's such a this is the shit that you be doing to piss me the fuck off. I swear to God.
I mean, it's very specific. It's very specific. But anyway, all right, here are your options. Whoever cooks doesn't clean. Milk before cereal. Clean up what you mess up. One bowl max.
One. I feel like it could be one bowl max, but we'll go with the first one.
The first one. Whomever cooks doesn't clean.
Yeah, why you ask me like that, though?
Because I wanted to read it back to you. Because
Yeah,
I did these out of order. I didn't do
Yeah,
A, B,
you
C, and
good.
D. I did D first. So, all right. Well, Ricky got it right. It's one bowl of cereal. Shout out Ricky.
I'm cold tonight, yo. I'm shooting bricks. I'm cold
Hey
tonight,
man,
yo.
you thought you had
Shout
it,
out,
but
shout out Ricky. Shout out Ricky. I appreciate
hey,
it. I ain't looking to. I ain't
I'm
looking at the
glad you
answers.
didn't look. So that's good. That's good. Yeah, shout out Ricky. Branch, you back with us?
I am
Ricky
back
text
and I
me.
can hear you. Yes.
I
All right,
cash
all
app
right,
you
all
$5.
right. So Durante had a question for you before we get to
Yeah.
before we get to
Hell, are you summoning the Power Rangers or a dragon?
Yeah, no, yeah, I got the Power Rangers. Y'all don't know. I gotta.
I knew it.
Listen. I got some other stuff over there. Y'all, listen. We just scratching the surface. Don't worry about it.
Shout out Kelvin, who got it as well. All right, so
late.
Yeah, you're a little late,
Yeah.
but it's okay. I think it's just a slight delay. Brent, did you watch the show The Parkers?
Teeny weeny bit. My wife is probably a better expert at this than I am.
All right, you might want to phone a friend in, because I'm gonna ask you this question.
Okay, fair enough. She's watching from over there, so she'll eventually hear the question.
Well, then maybe she'll put it in the chat as well. On the show The Parkers, what was the name of the hip hop group that Kim Parker was a part of? Now, I got 4 options for you.
Read them.
All right. The first one, Freestyle Unity.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, Faith Children.
Mm-hmm.
The third one, Writer's Block.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, Santa Monica's Most Wanted.
She doesn't remember. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Faith's Children.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Freestyle Unity.
Man, listen, I'm gonna be honest. When I heard Freestyle Unity, you know what my brain said? That was a glucose testing device. So I'm not gonna even lie to you. That's how old I am. I thought, hey man, listen, that's how you check the diabetes. You check the
Yo,
I'm just saying. Freestyle Unity. That sound like a diabetes blood sugar test. I'm just saying.
That's hilarious. Kelvin and Ricky own it tonight, boy. Both of them got that right. Freestyle Unity. So shout out them. All right. So Durante, there's no way you get this wrong. I don't even need to give you the options.
It might be. Fuck it.
There's no way you get this wrong.
All right.
But
I get this wrong. I come back on the show.
This part of the culture, and for you with your love of basketball, there's no way you get this wrong.
Oh, okay, this got to be good. Okay.
I don't even like basketball. I like football more than basketball. Keep going.
All right. The question is as follows: The Professor, Hot Sauce, Skip to My Lou, and Escalator icons from which series?
And one.
Oh my God! And one. What the Wes? Come on, bruh.
I said he was gonna get it.
That's the question you should have started with. You don't.
I got some shorts. I got some shorts out here. Hey, hold on. Here we go. Wait
Hey.
Brand's like, you should have started with this.
Yeah, he come with the heavy hitters, then he come with a softball.
People sleep on the N1 shows. Them shows comfortable. Y'all sleeping on them shows. You know
They are.
Y'all sleeping on them. You know?
All right, Brand. All right, so I asked Durante an ATL movie question earlier.
Oh, okay, great. Here we go.
So now I have an ATL movie question for you.
All right.
So on the movie ATL, whose art did Nunu have hanging on her wall?
Oh my God.
Now I got options for you. I got options again.
Always wait to tell you that he got options. You are the worst fucking game host I ever seen in my motherfucking life.
I want to give you a chance to do it without the options first.
Nigga, give me the option.
Use your brain.
Ooh, hold on. Some questions.
Hold on.
Questions.
Hold on.
Somebody text me right now. Give me questions.
Before you read these,
he gonna piss me off tonight.
Before you read these options, I know the man that has the notoriously bad memory ain't coming for us about remembering something we ain't seen in a hot minute, and then be like, use your brain. Now, Wes, I could have been like, y'all supposed to be culture experts. I could have lived with that. That wasn't that. With that right there, you man, listen.
I just had to do that to Durante because he won't. I'm giving him an option before I give you the options. Now, I will say this: that both Ricky and Kelvin have answered correctly. Now I will give y'all the options.
Okay.
The options are as follows: Warhol, Basquiat, Picasso, Teloso.
I'm gonna shoot in the dark. My boy Pablo.
Yes, sir. Pablo
Yeah.
Picasso.
Pablo Picasso.
Yeah. All right. Did anybody text me to give Wes like some questions because he pissed me off?
I've already stated that I don't have the answer to any questions. So,
hey, Brent,
I am an expert. I've told you I'm an expert about nothing.
Cool. You're good. I'll be on the show next week. Just remember that. I'll be on the show next week. Just remember that.
Just a setup.
All right, and then Brent.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw out my last question that I was gonna ask. So this is gonna be the last question for you. And it's this one.
Because I answered two of them.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Anyway, according to the internet, and this is according to the internet.
Okay, according to the internet.
What is Jesus Christ's middle name? Now I got options.
Okay, is it initial or they're giving the whole name?
It's a whole name.
Who out here did that shit?
Okay, all right. I got an idea, but I'll let you read it. I got an idea. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna write the idea down just in case, so that way, y'all don't. Okay, all right, go ahead.
All right.
That was a short name.
And what's crazy is that these names are all close to our co-host name right here. Deontay. Devontae. Delonte. Diamante.
Oh, that sounds so. Like it's made up.
Oh, Wes, listen. I
with this shit.
Hold on. Before I take a shot in the dark, my other half must have heard the culture. That wasn't even in the. Listen, okay, all right. Let's take a shot at that. Read it one more time, sir.
Okay,
yeah, please, for the love of all things holy, because that shit sound like ass.
What? Just because they rhyme with your name, but it's not the name you were given. That's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know. I like my name, even though people can't say it nor fucking spell it. But
and
they are copycats of me.
These are spelled like most people would spell your name, and not how you spell it. By the
Facts.
way. But anyway,
9 letters off.
Well, they just got there's an E in there. Anyway, at the end, it's so the options are Deontay.
Okay, Deontay. Okay.
Devontae.
Okay.
Delonte.
All right, Delonte. Okay.
And Diamante.
Well, I'm gonna go with Diamante because that.
Leave your affiliation with Bam alone, Brent. That's not the.
Okay, fair enough. What are they calling him?
It's Devontae.
Okay, real
Jesus
quick.
Devontae Christ.
Ricky said Howard. Ricky, you and I were there. I was there with the H. I always hear Jesus H Christ. So I was like, he Henry. That's Jesus Henry Christ right there. I didn't know we were looking for H or Henry.
Yes,
but listen,
I remember that's Jesus Henry Christ, goddamn. Yeah, I heard it before.
But Ricky said Howard. So we were both in the Jesus H part.
Yeah.
West, but my other culture was talking and not the one you was asking the questions.
Hey,
you was asking questions for.
I appreciate everybody for participating in our little culture vulture section of the show. Hey, y'all continue to lock in and participate. We'll continue to bring this to y'all every week until I run out of cards, so I come up with better questions. One or the other. But I appreciate y'all.
I see a chat GPT question in our future. Durante, we got to work together, brother.
Yeah.
It's cool. Just remember, I'm just telling you, I will be on the show next week, ladies and gentlemen. Lord's will, I will be on the show next week.
But I'm the host. I don't know what you think you're gonna do, but that's okay.
It's cool. I will be on the show next week.
I can cut you off.
Just remember, all I want you to do is just remember what you told me. I don't gotta answer any question. I am an expert about nothing. Negro, keep that same energy.
All right.
Thank you, and good fucking night. Y'all be safe. Brush your ass. Brush your ass.
that sounds painful, Durante. I wouldn't advise doing that.
Well, maybe they that dirty. Maybe they that dirty.
Are you
Soak your ass, brush your ass.
All right, we'll get to you in a minute.
Hold on, before you close out, listen, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, little known history fact. I'm going to give you something from the great people of the United Kingdom. So King Henry
With this
VIII,
nigga got a sword in his hand. Go ahead.
King Henry VIII did not like to wipe his behind. You can Google this fact. I am not making this up. It is on the people's Google. It is on the people's Wikipedia. King Henry VIII did not like to wipe his behind. Yeah, that same one that was killing all them women that he was wiping up and they won't liking him after a while. Well, they won't liking him because he won't wipe his behind. And so he had an actual person that was designated to wipe his behind. But sometimes I guess the designated people would have enough and my man would be encrusted. And so to Durante's point, sometimes, Wes, some people, even if they're the king of an entire empire, sometimes you have to take a brush to that backside. Little known history fact.
That's a little known history fact. That is interesting. Interestingly tragic. But also at one point in time, he also was just thinking anyway because he had some type of infection on his leg or ankle or something. I don't remember.
Well, Wes, when you toting heat back there, and you already is a for his time, a chunky monkey, and you ain't cleaning it and you ain't giving it a bath. It don't take much for them infections to move across that skin. The skin itself is an organ, so just.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's exactly how that happened, but it's okay. Something went down. I just can't remember. But
Anybody
anyway.
wants to take my spot, let me know.
All right, Durante. Anyway, you ain't going nowhere. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, close out the show. So Brent, I guess we do. We'll go ahead and get Byron out of the way real quick. Byron is not here tonight, so he said he may join us. He did not make it. So y'all be sure to go and check out Big Dogs Only for any type of things that you may or may not want. You can scan the QR code on the screen. Go check out my man's. He got the shades in stock, I'm sure. And we got plenty of sun, so be sure to go ahead on and lock in with the big dog. And Brant, man, what you want to tell the people? Why is that off center? Anyway.
See something, say something. Check out Gifted Hands. If you are watching, the QR code will be on the screen in just a moment. If you are listening, Gifted Hands 08 on Instagram. The link to her website is in the bio. Get your events planned. Get your custom decor created. Get your items created, your gifts, whatever you imagine, she can probably make it happen. Charcuterie, you name it. She does a little bit of everything. She does it all well. We have an event this weekend coming up, so busy time around here. And we got a couple more events over the next roughly 60 days. So, we appreciate the love. Y'all are keeping us busy, but of course, we're never too busy to help you. So definitely give us a shout out. Holidays around the corner. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but y'all know the year's flying away. We're in July. So we're not that far away. Hey, football is back this month officially, right? So that means fall is right around the corner. So get your fall events planned, get your Christmas, your winter holiday events planned. Right now, we got some time on the docket. So holler at us for all of your needs.
Well. Y'all be sure to check out Gifted Hands, lock in with them, and hey, get what you need out here in these streets. Like I said, just scan that QR code to get you to where you need to be. All right, Durante, man, what you want to tell these people?
You're right. Football is close. I'm gonna start my countdown next week. But WNBA is in.
Oh, absolutely.
Still watching that. For the casual fans, y'all stop watching this shit because y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Man,
anyway.
they be making. Oh man, they
y'all gotta stop watching this shit, man. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Especially all y'all fake Caitlin Clark fans and all the Angel Reese haters. Y'all can go somewhere.
Just haters, period, bro. Like it's on both sides. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna keep that to my. But it's both sides. Everybody just hating everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know how it happened.
I mean,
I'm just here so I don't get fired.
Your girl got popular all for one reason because she protected Caitlin. Now your girl.
I retired of her. Hey, we gotta talk about that shit.
Your girl is the it girl out here in these streets now, ain't she? It's crazy.
Hey, I don't know what happened. She moved on and she was good in Phoenix. We was good. Now all of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck would happen to her. Hey, it's Fee. It's Fee Collier now. I love her. Now, back to what I was saying. Y'all stay safe for real. in all seriousness, hydrate. And also hydrate your fucking skin with some soap and water. I don't know what Brent's sipping on. That does not look like water, but
It absolutely is.
yeah, nigga ain't drinking no damn water. Y'all brush your
I
teeth,
promise I am.
wash your ass, brush your ass, loofah your ass, anything that gets it clean. All right, seriously, you use your hand and you shake mine, and I find out we're gonna fight. Y'all nasty as fuck. Use it. You
Oh,
use a
while we
washcloth.
here, while we here,
Talking
also,
shit.
real quick, because you make a bring up. Don't let me catch you in the people's public bathrooms, gentlemen. I'm talking to you. You out here handling yourself. You better take your dusty, crusty behind over to that sink. Put some soap on them hands. Turn that water on. Lather them hands up. Don't nobody want. Pardon my expression. Don't nobody want your meat hand. Okay.
You can't make this up.
Listen. And I know you think, oh, it's just I'm touching myself. Yeah, but you touching every other surface between you and this bathroom and that door. And listen, you might feel some type of way about it. Listen, I'm not trying to touch nobody else's junk. In fact, I don't want to touch anybody else's privates but my missus, right? And my own. So I'm not here to get, listen, this don't nobody want that, okay? So wash your dirty hands. If you ain't got soap at home, I can't help you there. You could go buy it, but maybe that's not my business. The soap is free in the bathrooms and the public places. Wash your hands. You don't pay the water bill in the gas station. Wash your hands. All right, Durante, you may finish. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And another thing too, Brent made me think about something that happened last Friday. Yeah, last Friday. Walked out of the bathroom, washed my hands. Kid got done using the bathroom. Then the dad. Then they both walked out. I was like, I know you ain't teach your son not to wash his hands. Like, what are we doing?
Oh my God.
What? Y'all do better. All right. Your kids need, y'all need to do better. Just wash your whole ass, wash their ass too. Like, y'all need to do better. For real. I'm done.
Y'all
Stay
just
safe. Have a good week.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and still on Indeed. Y'all probably see hosts, experts about nothing. Y'all check that out. It'll come to me and Brent. We're gonna take a look at it. And we'll go through there. I can't bring Brent in because he fuck with Wes. So fuck both of them. Me and Byron.
Hold on.
Y'all be safe.
Well, wait, Wes. I was just gonna ask you. So Durante, what are your interview questions gonna be like for the new host? I'm curious. What they look like?
Do you care about us?
Is that that's what we're doing?
I was curious. I had to ask Wes because I know. Listen, no, I'm not saying Durante couldn't. I don't feel like
those guys tell me leave you alone.
So I wanted to hear what his question was going to be.
Those guys telling me leave him alone. So he was like, "Hey, leave Wes alone." I'm like, "You right? I'm sorry." No, all seriousness, y'all have a good week. Push forward and make that money.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all. Y'all reminded me I got a interesting story to tell y'all next week that I came across today that I was gonna bring up on the show, but we'll talk about that next week. So we appreciate y'all for checking in with us on the Experts About Another podcast. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and do all those things. If you're on TikTok, definitely follow us and do all that because we kind of sort of are broadcasting live over there now. So lock in with us. We appreciate y'all. It's been the Experts About Nothing podcast, and we are out.